All right, thank you, Elizabeth, for the introduction. As Elizabeth said, I'm Danielle Watson. I have been a casual member of the UUCP for about 8 years, and I've been a massage therapist for 23 years and have recently become an EFT practitioner. I'm excited to be bringing this modality to the Palouse and specifically today to the UU community. I'm excited to also be bringing it to the greater community of the Palouse because I think it's going to be needed. In response to the recent election results and the effect it's having and will continue to have on our UU community and greater community as well, I had asked Elizabeth if I could be of service to all of you. I'd like to introduce you to EFT tapping and lead you through a tapping meditation because the best way to understand EFT is to have an experience with it. I hope today I'll give you another way to help support yourself and others as we move into 2025. EFT, also known as tapping, stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. It's a safe and easy way to recognize and process your feelings. I like to describe it as being a self-care tool between traditional talk therapy and meditation or yoga. You get the opportunity to acknowledge your feelings, like in therapy. You also get to physically activate your nervous system, as in yoga. And this allows the emotions to move out of your body, leaving you feeling more grounded, resourced, and at peace, like meditation. Regulating your nervous system is a really important part of this process. As you tap on the acupuncture points, it brings your nervous system out of the fight, fight, or freeze mode. As you tap, your nervous system calms, it reduces your cortisol levels, and you're then able to access the parts of your brain that govern creativity, problem solving, and your inner wisdom. If you're interested in more of interested in the history and then more of the research, I have links on my website, which is lotustransformations.com. Here's some intriguing findings before we start the meditation. Research results published by Peter Stapleton showed a decrease in cortisol levels as high as 37%, reduction in anxiety at 40%, and depression and PTSD symptom reduction at 34 and 32%. So as we get started, we're going to review the points that we learned with the kids, and we're going to include some alternatives in case the main points don't quite work for you. I invite you to follow along with me as we practice, and I'll give a couple extra hints. So the monkey point, which is on top of the head, if you want, you can go, some people like to go in a circle. Sometimes people like to just stay in the middle. Then there's the eyebrow point, which is where your nose meets your eyebrow, and you could do 2 hands, 1 hand, or the other. The great part about EFT tapping is it's very, very flexible. The next point's on the outside of the eye, right where your glasses are if you're wearing glasses. Again, 2 hands or 1 hand, whichever you would like. Under the eye, the lion's cry point. Again, right in line with your eye, along the bone there. 2 hands, 1 hand, whatever you would like. And then under the nose, so between your nose and your lip, there's a little divot right in there. Beautiful. Under the chin. And then for the collarbone point, you can find your collarbone, come down just a little bit. We don't want to be right on the bone, so out from the sternum, there's a little dip right in there. Same thing, you can use 2 hands, 1 or the other. I have big hands, so I like to do 2 at a time. And then the bear hug, I'll step away for a second. A couple different ways you can do it. Sometimes people like to put hands up, depends on how you feel and how your body works. Some alternatives, because I know sometimes not everybody can do all of the movements. We're going to talk about some on your finger points. So there's a corner of your fingernail, we'll call it the inside corner, where the bottom meets the edge. You can use another finger to tap on those inside points as you go through, or if you would like to, you can use your one finger, so you would use your first finger to get the inside of your thumb, and then use your thumb to get your other fingers. So this is great if you're in a meeting, sitting up here in front of the church really nervous. So very socially appropriate if you want to kind of hide and privately tap. You don't always want to be in the grocery store doing this. Sometimes you can. I do a lot of driving while I'm tapping. So those are the points. My family has a saying, better, not perfect, and tapping fits into that motto very well. You can skip any point that's not your favorite. The rib cage isn't my favorite, so when I'm doing my own tapping, that one's out. And then you can change the words, because we're going to do some repeat after me. If the words don't perfectly fit you, you can change the words if you need to. You can adjust it to fit you. Are you ready to explore and try something new? It might feel a little silly, as Elizabeth mentioned, and we saw with the kids, but I always feel better a few rounds as my shoulders start to relax and my mind stops buzzing, that it's worth it to look a little silly. So I'd like to invite you to settle in, take a cleansing breath, and let's take a moment to check in with our body. Is anyone feeling overwhelmed? Let's make a mental note of how overwhelmed you might feel. If you're going to measure it on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being not overwhelmed at all, and 10 being maximum overwhelmed, where are you? Do you feel the overwhelm anywhere in your body? Does that overwhelm show up for you as a color, a sound? Does it have a texture? Is it spiky, tacky like tar, like the struggle of walking in really deep snow? What does your overwhelm feel like? And another cleansing breath. And I invite you to follow along. Use the alternate points as you like or feel inspired, and repeat after me. So we're going to start on the side of our hand. Even though I feel so overwhelmed, even though I'm overwhelmed with everything that is going on, I honor and acknowledge my feelings. And even though I feel overwhelmed, I'm not sure what to do with all this chaos. I acknowledge and accept my feelings. All right, on top of the head, this overwhelm. Inside of the eye, I don't even know where to start. Outside of the eye, the fires in LA. Under the eye, the floods in North Carolina. Under the nose, I still can't believe the election results. All this overwhelm. Collarbone, I feel it in my body. It's going to be a fill in the blank. I feel it in my, wherever you might feel it. Beautiful. Top of the head. This overwhelming feeling. It's the color, whatever color it might be. Its texture and sound is. Good. Under the eye, politics are overwhelming. The world is overwhelming. The chin point, climate change disasters are overwhelming. Collarbone, maybe my personal life is overwhelming. Under the arm, it all feels so consuming. All right, we're gonna do a little rant and rave. So this round, you're gonna get to say anything that you find overwhelming in your life. We're just gonna kind of move through the points. Feel free to say out loud any and all of the things that are overwhelming in life. Is it politics? Good. Is it money? anything and everything that's overwhelming. Is it the holidays? Maybe family? Beautiful. Collarbone. All right, hands on your heart. Cleansing breath in. Do another check-in with your body. Anger. Anyone feeling any anger? Angry at politics? Angry at people's political decisions? Angry about the restrictions on your bodies or lives? How intense does this feel for you on a scale of 0 to 10? Or on any scale, for example, grain of sand to boulder to mountain? Just take a little mental note. Do I feel this anger anywhere in my body? Does it show up as a color for you? Does it have a sound, a texture? Where do you feel it? All right, again, side of the hand. Repeat after me. Even though I feel all this anger inside of me, it is just how I feel, and that's okay. And even though angry isn't how I want to show up in this world, there is a part of me that is still so angry. And I acknowledge and forgive myself. Good, top of the head. All this anger inside of the eye, it bubbles up inside of me sometimes. I don't like how this feels. I don't want to be this person. But part of me is so angry. Chin point. This anger, I feel it in my fill in the blank. Good. This anger is the color. What color is it for you? Its texture is the sound that anger makes. It feels like what to me? Good. Under the nose. I'm angry at the world. Maybe I'm angry at the president-elect. I'm angry at all the lies. Under the arm, all the misinformation. There's still a part of me that's angry. All right, some more rant and rave. All the things that are making us angry, or a part of you angry. Go ahead out loud. Is it politics? Is it the crabby neighbor next door? Is it your boss? Climate change? All the things that are making us angry. Collarbone. Beautiful. Ooh. Hands on your heart. Another breath in. Cleansing breath. Checking in with your body again. Fear. Are any of us feeling any fear? Maybe fear of the unknown, fear of what's to come? Does that fear show up anywhere in your body? All right, side of the hand. Even though I feel this fear, I honor and accept this is how I feel. And even though I feel all this fear of what is to come, I love and accept myself. All right, top of the head. This fear, inside of the eye, so much fear. Outside of the eye, I feel it in my body. Under the eye, I'm afraid of what's to come. Under the nose, I'm afraid of the unknown. Collarbone, I'm afraid for democracy. Under the arm, I'm afraid of all the hate. Top of the head, I'm afraid for marginalized communities. I'm afraid of how this is going to affect me. Part of me is so afraid. All this fear. I don't know what to do. I feel it in my, where do you feel it? Collarbone, it feels like, fill in the blank. Underarm, I'm open to letting this fear go by any amount. All right, hands on your heart. Cleansing breath. All right, on the side of the hand again. Even though I have all these feelings, I honor and accept them. And even though I have all these intense feelings, they ebb and flow through the days. I'm open to letting them go. I'm open to releasing what no longer serves me. I love and accept myself. All right, top of the head. All these intense feelings. There are so many unknowns. But I'm open to letting this fear go. I'm open to letting hope in. Under the nose, does this overwhelm still serve me? I step forward toward peace and calm. Collarbone, I release this anger. And I hit it again, sorry. Underarm, where am I? I tap out overwhelm. And I breathe in resilience. Inside of the eye, I'm open to releasing fear. Side of the eye, I call forward my inner wisdom. Under the eye, to guide me forward one more step. Under the nose, I call forward my creativity. Chin, to help me see the solutions I need. Collarbone, my hope for humanity grows at any amount. Underarm, I breathe in peace at any amount. Good. We'll take a little break here. Another cleansing breath. Now, if you'd like to, you're welcome to close your eyes. I'm going to invite you to choose a healing color, sound, or symbol. What represents hope, healing, and love to you? Now, this won't be a repeat after me, but we'll just tap through the points as I guide you. Top of the head. Imagine this color or symbol of hope and peace. What color is it for you? What shape, sound? Does it have a taste? Inside of the eye. Bring it to the front of your mind. See it, feel it, experience it. Outside of the eye. Breathe that hope and peace into your body, filling up each area with its healing energy. Under the eye. And as you fill your body with this healing color, you'll also allow yourself to let go of the feelings that no longer serve you. Under the nose. Breathe in hope by any amount. Breathing out fear and anger. Breathing in peace and love. Taking one more step away from overwhelm. Chin. Filling up your legs, torso, arms, and head with love and calm. Breathing in this incredible energy and filling up yourself. Collarbone. And then imagine that energy expanding out of your body and to the person next to you, filling the whole sanctuary with this beautiful energy, allowing it to expand, allowing the love and peace and calm to overflow out into our community. Under the arm, see our state and country bathed in this color, wrapped in this symbol. Imagine the whole planet saturated with love, this peace and this calm. Hands on heart, cleansing breath. Coming back to this room as you're ready. And one last check-in with your body. How intense are your feelings? Have they dissipated or shifted at all? Has the number changed at all, or did it stay the same? Just take a little mental note. Maybe there's more work here to be done, and that's okay. Maybe you allowed yourself to take one step forward at any amount. And where do we go from here? This can be used in your daily life while you're watching the news, after you see a divisive video online, when you see the truck driving around with its Trump flags. We can't always immediately change the situation or circumstances, but we can change how we respond. We can change how we show up, and we can change how available we are to support each other. As I clear my body of stress and chaos, I'm able to pour into the cups of others without depleting myself. With these challenging moments, when these challenging moments shock us, as my family has started to say, let's tap on that. For self-tapping, some key reminders. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can skip points. If you forget one, that's fine. Use the alternatives. Adjust the words. You just complain when you're doing self-tapping. Complain, complain, complain. You have to be the best complainer. to let it all out until eventually you run out of things to say, and that's when you know that you have done it. Another practice for times of crisis is hold and breathe. So the points you already know, hold them and just breathe. This can be great for children, moments of grief and crisis. And finally, one of my ways to help process the chaos of today's politics is to be in service of others. So I have offered to provide free group tapping sessions to the UU community. If you're interested in participating in group sessions, which can be online or in person, I have a sign-up sheet that I'll have out in the foyer afterwards. Dates and times will be determined by the level of interest. And as always, if you need any more support or feel stuck with your self-tapping, you can always reach out to me and we could set up an individual session. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your beautiful participation.